The greatest learning experience I ever had happened when I was in 5th grade. I remember it like it was yesterday, sitting in Mr. Barzo's class learning all kinds of fun and exciting things. But there was one project in particular that stood out above the rest. The project was to make a model of the solar system. I can't recall the exact scale of this model, but it was much larger than any model I had ever seen before. I remember the sun was approximately 10 feet across. The class was split into groups and each was assigned to make a model of one of the planets. Each group had to use the correct size relative to the scale, shape, and color for their planet. We used the internet and the library to research and find out everything we could about our planets. We then took this newfound knowledge to make our models. Our planets were made of an assortment of materials, from clay and paper mache to beach balls and sports equipment. I remember my group had Mercury, a ball of gray clay the size of a pea. Our planet was one of the smallest, but some of the others, like Jupiter, were as big as basketballs. The coolest part of the lesson was how it all came together. Before class, the day of the culminating activity, Mr. Barzo took all of our planets and distributed them along a country road. He spaced them out to the proportions of our solar system. Then, he chartered a school bus to take us from the sun all the way out to Pluto. Pluto was still a planet at that time. The sun was outside our classroom and Pluto was miles and miles down the road. We spent the afternoon traveling among the planets. Mr. Barzo pointed out each planet as we passed by, giving us a tour of the solar system. He would say things like, "We just passed Mars on our way to the asteroid belt." It was an incredible experience, and I felt like a true astronaut traveling through space. I remember almost every detail about that day, nearly 10 years later. It was one of the most fun and eye-opening experiences I've ever had, and I know that I will never forget it, nor will I forget the man behind the greatest learning experience I've ever had.